Hey YouTube, this is Gracie and welcome back to my channel. I am going to be creating something I have never done before as part of my series called For the First Time in Forever, where I do things I have not done in forever or things that I have never done ever. And that is definitely in the case of this video today. I'm going to be making an embroidery wall hanging themed after the show Friends, where this stamp set is obviously themed after as well. Now, who's excited for that reunion show? Because I am. If you are, give this video a thumbs up. Leave in the comment section down below if you're just as excited as I am. And are you going to be watching it with someone, a friend, a family member, someone? So, if you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button because we're trying our hardest to get to 100 subscribers over here. We have 93 as of now, and we're trying our hardest to get to 100, so definitely subscribe. This is a stamp set I got from a craft store, and then this is all of the information here. I'll try my best to put this in the description box as well, so if you would like one of these, you can order it from their website. I'm going to stamp it directly onto the fabric and see what I can come up with here. I'll also be using the sentiment here, "I'll be there for you," from the theme song. I'm going to be using this cotton fabric that I got from Joann's, this embroidery hoop from Michael's, and this craft thread that I've had in my stash for like a million years. A few more items that I'm going to be using is a gigantic stamp positioner, some black ink, and then to clean it all up, I'm going to be using just some baby wipes. So I've taken off the stamp out of the packaging, and I'm going to be placing the totally flat side onto the stamp positioner, right in the middle here. I wanted to mention that obviously if you don't have access to all of these things like a stamp positioner and the stamp itself or ink or anything like that, you can obviously get a stencil or make a stencil from Google Images and that kind of thing. So don't feel pressured that you have to like have all of these things. I just happen to have it because I make cards. If you'd like to see any Disney bounding cards or Disney inspired cards, you can definitely check out the rest of my channel. But I just happen to have these items in my craft room, or our craft room. And basically what I'm going to be doing is just inking this as best as possible. I've obviously used it already, that's why it's yellow. I used yellow ink to make a card for my brother who also loves Friends. So I'm not actually going for perfection in any way, shape, or form. I just needed to kind of give me an outline of where I need to be stitching. So this is not going to be perfect. And any mistakes, I'll most likely, like I said before, I've never done this before, I'll most likely be able to cover it up with some stitching and little designs and stuff. So hopefully this is okay. Now I'm going to be stamping it onto my fabric. I'm a little nervous about this because one, I don't know where I need to stamp. Two, I have not ironed this. I think I'm just going to find a spot here in this middle area. That will be fine. So literally just in the middle. I'm nervous. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm really nervous. I'm gonna do it slightly higher than the middle because I wanna offset it from the sentiment. And I'm doing this through a whole mechanism where I have my camera. So this is really difficult and nerve-wracking. So I'm going to try and push down as evenly as possible and see what the image looks like. So you don't want to rock the stamp at all because that will create like a weird 3D image and not in a good way. So you want to hold it down and then just move your other hand around it and press. And thankfully you can kind of see where it's being pushed down. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm pushing really hard just because I know how this stamp is and I don't want to mess it up. So let's go ahead and try and lift it. Yay! Ah! And the crowd goes wild. Oh my goodness. I am really happy about that. Going to peel off the sentiment here and put it onto the backing, again with the flat side onto the backing. So flat side down. And then when you flip it, you'll be able to read the sentiment through the clear stamp positioner. I'm going to give it a little bit of space in case my stitching isn't perfect, and let's go for it. Here is everything completely stamped out and ready to go. Next thing I'm gonna do is put the fabric into the embroidery hoop. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing some guesswork here. I would assume that you need to put the fabric over the embroidery hoop. And thankfully, this fabric is thin enough so I can see where I'm going with it. I think right there is good. Maybe there. And then we're going to put this over it, right? I think, right guys? Oh goodness, I'm nervous. Yay! Okay, is that a good spot? I think so. What do you think? That is a good spot, and now I'm going to tighten this on the top. Now that I have the fabric inside of the embroidery hoop, it turned out pretty good. I had to do some pulling in certain areas, but it turned out pretty good. Now I'm going to cut the loose fabric away, and we're gonna get started stitching. Okay, so I have my needle and thread ready to go, and I'm going to start with the sentiment first. Since I had to start a new thread, I thought I would briefly come on and talk about my progress so far. The bee was a little bit of a struggle because of the curves and everything, but everything else turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm just gonna keep going with that, and then we'll get into the fun part, which is the actual yellow of the frame. Done with the sentiment. The round letters, like the O's, were quite challenging, but I think it turned out pretty cute. I'm really excited about moving on to the yellow frame. I have all of these colors here. I think I'm going to try my best to do some like highlight, lowlights kind of thing. So the outline will probably be a little bit darker, maybe where the curvature is. I'll add like a couple little bits of the darker orange just to kind of show that it's a little bit of a shadowing there. I don't know, I'm just kind of winging it at this case, but I'm going to start out actually, instead of the orange, actually I think I'm gonna kick that aside and just stick with these yellows, these like golden yellows. So I'm going to start with this darker yellow and do the entire outline. A little update for you guys. I am almost done with the outline. I ran out of thread, so I started a new one, but I thought I would come on and talk a little bit about Friends in general, like my favorite episode and favorite character and all of that. But I wanted to ask you guys, who is your favorite character and what is your favorite episode and season, or episode in what season? Leave it in the comment section down below. I'd really like to see your guys' answers. It would be really interesting to see who your favorite character is for sure. I don't really have a favorite character, but if I absolutely had to choose, like if someone said, choose a favorite Friends character or you die, I would probably choose Phoebe. I don't know. I would like to think I'm a little like Phoebe in the sense that she's really free-spirited and really easygoing, and I think I'm a pretty easygoing person, so Phoebe would be my choice. And I just love her little like hippie chick vibe that she has. If I had to choose between the guys, that's pretty easy for me. I would definitely choose Chandler. Chandler has always been my favorite. I love me some Chan, some Chanandler Bong. My favorite episode is in season 1, and it's episode 4. It's the one with George Snuffleupagus? George Stephanopoulos? That's his actual name, is Stephanopoulos, but they say Snuffleupagus. Rachel does. But anyway, I don't know what it is about that episode, but I absolutely love it. I love the sounds in it, and I love the camaraderie with all the girls in it. The sounds, by the sounds I mean, I love the way that Phoebe's rings sound against the glass when they're drinking those really fun little, what were they drinking, little cocktails or something? I can't even remember. It's been so long since I've watched it, but that is definitely my favorite episode of all time. I used to watch it like over and over and over. I also really like the one where Chandler lets loose that Ross has feelings for Rachel, because I just love his reaction to it. He is just absolutely miserable and feels terrible, and I don't know, I just like that whole episode. It's really fun. So let me know, like I said, in the comment section down below, what is your favorite episode and who's your favorite character. But anyway, I'm going to continue on with the yellow, and I will show you my progress as I go. And here is the final product. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for next week's video. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!